What is going on YouTube? Brendan from Market Makers. Quick video today, guys. Tomorrow's video will be a market wrap up. I'll make it longer and probably throw a rant in that one too. Guys, if you want to come trade with us, check out our room. The join button right underneath the video. Love to see you in the room for live streams, for TA, and of course, trade signals in a fantastic community. And I'm trading on BITGET, guys. That link in the video description. Register with just an email. Liquid exchange. Private tournament is coming for those of you that use the link. I'll be announcing the details of that soon with a real prize pool. Let's talk about the NASDAQ, guys. The NASDAQ is your crystal ball for the market. That's why I keep mentioning it. We talked about this extensively yesterday. I won't spend as much time today, but when I made that video yesterday, we were pumping up. We flipped the 200 just like I thought we could with this bullish structure, and then we even flipped to 233. However, we got rejected at the 618. I mentioned I had posted this as a potential short trade in the room. 350 point sell off throughout the day. Now, is the NASDAQ still bullish? Well, yes. In Wyckoff, you have your base, you have your ceiling. We exited the accumulation range. This is the lows down here, okay? We exited this range. We made our cup. Now, we sprung up with our cup, but we did not break it, okay? And we fell back down. We got to be careful because, as you can see, we're making shapes like a double top, okay? Couple different patterns within patterns. Another way to look at this is almost like a cup pattern, okay? If you come back up and hit your 0.5 fib as resistance, make a lower high, maybe come back down, come back up, make another lower high. You got to be careful because it's like an inverse cup and handle. Another way you can exit the trading range. And remember, if the NASDAQ rolls, Bitcoin is rolling. When I woke up this morning, this happened when I was sleeping, 1 a.m., 5 a.m., these first couple candles of dissension. When I woke up this morning and saw this, I knew Bitcoin did this exact same thing, okay? And I can show you that here on the 4-hour time frame. And right here, you have your wave, okay? So you have your wave up with the NASDAQ, your wave down with the NASDAQ descending. Remember, Bitcoin is tracking in the closest correlation ever in its history with the NASDAQ since January. And usually this is the reverse, okay? Usually growth will lead. Growth and risk will lead in a bull market. But remember, crypto, NASDAQ, Russell, all in bear markets, okay? So I think the broader market, which is the NASDAQ in this case, which is a large representation of tech and growth, the broader market needs to do well because remember, 2 out of 3 operators in this marketplace right now, in the crypto marketplace, according to that Morgan Stanley report, are institutions. So they outnumber retail right now. So if the broader market does well, the NASDAQ, it makes sense that Bitcoin will go up with the NASDAQ, okay? Normally and prior in the bull run, Bitcoin clearly led the NASDAQ. I mean, Bitcoin was parabolic, but now it's following the NASDAQ, okay? And if we look at this, this is why we're always looking at very specific targets. The first targets we have to flip, the 3-2 at 31,185, the 0.5 at 32,991. And guys, the kiss of death, we got to get above this in the 4-hour time frame. The 200, 233, this was a nice dissension. Again, a short posted in our room by one of our traders. And of course, guys, I gave you this wave up, telling you could buy this wave up for this wave. So we had a couple of trades play out here, which is fantastic. And again, if you guys want these trades, definitely come check out the room. Let's go ahead and look at the volatility here as well. Volatility is still very expanded on the 4-hour time frame, guys. We need this to tighten up for our next move. Popping over to the 8-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame, you can see we are still holding this Gann channel. Of course, we failed to break out above the Gann channel, so we fell back down. We did not form that cup up here where we needed to, and we did fall down. Now, we may form that cup down here at a lower level and move up with the NASDAQ. If the NASDAQ breaks down though, guys, it has bearish patterns it's printing, but it's in a bullish structure. If it breaks down, look for Bitcoin. Bitcoin may hold on a little bit. Bitcoin may even roll up a little bit and then roll down, okay? But just be aware it's going to follow the NASDAQ. So keep your eyes on that. So the 8-hour time frame, let's see what our volatility and everything is doing here. Volume is down left to right, which is good for a move. Looking here at the channel, we need this channel to tighten up some more. And looking at the ATR is descending, volatility is dropping. RSX is coming back down to a baseline. Again, this is just a matter of time, okay? It's a time thing. Bitcoin, now, this is of little consolation, but you do have your low, your higher low, and your higher low, okay? So you do need to hold this structure, and you will come back up if the NASDAQ does come up as well. And looking at this on the daily time frame, No, the daily time frame. The reason I keep focusing on the daily time frame, guys, I'm a swing trader. Okay, I like good trade setups that can give you big rewards. Okay, it's very important. And when you look here on the daily, I shared this with you. Obviously, I posted this in my room. 48,266. This was a short, and this short dropped us 47, I believe 47.47%. 47.47%. Okay, massive trade, guys. And this trade back up to the upside will also be a nice trade to the upside. And the reason this was such an important trade, long-term moving averages in a descending market, guys, these are killers. Okay, so this is where we're at. And if we can get this cup, and you can see the cup a little bit more defined here on the daily, if we can get this cup, if the NASDAQ can start moving up, you got to look at your long-term moving averages descending and where they're going to. If this can happen on a quicker time frame, we can get to that weekly target of 40,645. If this takes a while and we're just going sideways, accumulating, and then try to break out, I mean, I anticipate rejection on the daily time frame by these long-term moving averages, okay? So wherever these are at, whether it's at 38.9, 37.3, 34.798, this is what I'm tracking, and this is my target for Bitcoin to get to wherever they come to if the NASDAQ pumps up, okay? If the bullish momentum pumps up. And I do believe we are on a clock because the Fed is raising rates here within, what, 10 days, 12 days now? They're raising rates again. I do not know how the market will react. It's very bipolar. It could whipsaw. It could dump and pump in the same day. That's how the equities markets have been behaving. They're expecting this rate hike, but you never know. CPI numbers will also be out again. Those could be slightly lower, making the markets bullish. They could have ticked slightly higher back up, making the markets overly bearish, expecting more aggressive Fed action. Again, a lot of variables in this marketplace, okay? The things you need to be aware of are the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin and for the NASDAQ. If the NASDAQ rolls down outside of this bullish structure that it built here, if it rolls down, if it falls down below the 382 at 12,378 and it starts declining, look at your cryptos because they're going to follow, okay? The NASDAQ can hold this. If we get some good news, if the NASDAQ turns more bullish, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, we have a green week before the Fed meeting, this will be good and we can hit some targets. And of course, for the NASDAQ itself, I do have that golden rectangle target at the 1 fib at 13,815. And as you can see on the daily, this pattern looks really good. You're outside of your Wyckoff base, ceiling, making your cup up here, okay? So we need to see upward momentum. We don't want to see downward momentum if we want to trade a wave up. And always targeting our long-term resistances, okay? This is what we're looking at combined with key fib ratios. Quick video today for you guys. Tomorrow I'll probably do a little bit more ranting. I'll do a market wrap-up for the week because tomorrow is Friday. Guys, have a fantastic afternoon. I'll answer your comments in the YouTube comment section and talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody.